another motherhood journey series on the Millennium Mom Show. And you know that this is one of my favorite segments of this show because I take the back seat and I let the moms tell us about their motherhood journey. Welcome to the Millennium Mom Show. It's me, your host, Tolu, the Millennium Mom. You see, I love children. I love, love, love them. But when I meet women, not even women, people that work in the educational sector and deal with children every day and do other things, I doff my hat for them because they are the president general among the nation. I have a mom in the studio that is going to be telling us about her motherhood journey. And she is a mom. She is, why am I introducing her? Let me just give her the opportunity. Let me give her the ground to introduce herself to us. Hello, Ma. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Honorable Mrs. Temitope Weto. I'm a proprietress. I have a nursery and primary school that I'm running till date. I'm also a mom. I'm also a politician and an entrepreneur. So that's what I do for a living
And
right now.
You see, I told you. And she's been doing this good thing for like 12 years. You people, some of you have 1 year old children and you're already screaming and shouting. Just imagine. So well done, Ma. I really, really
Yes.
love it when I meet people that have schools. It's because we're struggling, but people are doing it. They're doing it. And she's also a mom. So let's go into your motherhood journey. Can you tell us about your motherhood journey?
My motherhood journey has been very interesting.
I love that.
Very interesting. I gave birth to my first child in the year 2013, February 13 to be precise. The pregnancy journey was very, very interesting. Being a first-time mom, I was so anxious to meet my baby.
No.
I was counting weeks, counting days. I was standing in front of the mirror, look at myself, look at how the
progress is growing.
Yes, I'll look at it. I was eagerly expecting to receive my baby. And got so good on the 13th of February, precisely in the night, God did it. My baby came, and the journey was so easy. The pregnancy period was so easy that I didn't even have a slight headache
all through.
Wow. Except for the morning sickness I had from the first month to the fourth month. So everything went on expressly. And even the day I gave birth, it was just within 25 to 30 minutes.
Huh? Wow.
Yes. The baby came out successfully, very easy. The journey was so smooth. I was really thanking God that I didn't even know it was going to be this easy because of what we have been hearing people say about pregnancy, giving birth and all that. So I kept on with my husband. We're taking care of the child, and when it was a baby girl, and to the glory of God, she's 13 years now. She's lovely. 11 years now.
Lovely.
So we were expecting to have another baby in the year 2017. My baby was already then, she was 3 years then. Okay. So I thought it was going to be as easy as the first one was. So to the glory of God, I became pregnant, and the third month, the problem started. My daughter came home with this chicken pox on her body. So we're taking care of her, and after some weeks, when she was fine, the thing jumped on me.
Wow.
And it began to come out from my body also. That was the month I started bleeding. I was bleeding. I have to go to the clinic, and the doctors, they checked me. They said the baby is intact. There's no problem with the baby. They gave me injections. They gave me drugs, and they told me to be on bed rest.
Okay.
That I needed to rest. So, and the bleeding stopped. So it was the following months when the pregnancy was in the fourth month that the bleeding came again. I had to go to the hospital. I complained. They did an ultrasound scan, and they said the baby is fine, that there's no problem.
Okay.
That it usually happens that the only thing I need to do is to rest. I had to call my brother, who is a medical doctor and is abroad. I called him. I said, I'm going through this and this. So he asked me to give the phone to the doctor. He asked the doctor, what's the problem with my sister? The doctor said, there's no problem. She's just having an episode of bleeding. The only thing she needs is to rest, that everything will be fine. So they kept me in the hospital for like 4 days. I was there taking rest, taking medications and all that, and I became fine. They discharged me. I went back home. So that was all for the 4th month. It stopped. The 5th month, that was when it became very serious.
The bleeding?
Yes, it came again. It was not like it was coming monthly.
Like period?
Yes. I thought it was maybe because some women used to say that they used to have their period when they...
Till up until, yes.
So I thought that was the case. So the one that came in the 5th month, I couldn't just hold it again. I said, this is too much. The bleeding was just too much. If I cough, I will bleed. If I sneeze, I will bleed. If I bend, I will bleed. I can't even do anything. The bleeding, the one that made me to, the one that broke me down was the one that happened during the night. I just went to use the toilet and the blood just came out. Like, I even thought it was the baby that came out. Just rushed out. And when I checked, I said, maybe it was the baby that came out. But when the bleeding started in the 3rd month, my husband was saying maybe it was due to the chickenpox that I had, that maybe the baby has been deformed, that maybe that's the reason why I'm having the bleeding. I doesn't want to have a deformed baby. I said, the baby cannot be deformed and I will not lose this pregnancy. I'm going to give birth to this child. I'm not going to lose it. I just kept on holding on to my faith and I kept on declaring that I'm not going to lose this baby. I will have this child. So the 5th month, when the bleeding came like that, I had to snap the blood. I sent it to my younger brother. He's also a medical doctor. He advised that I should move on quickly to I should change the hospital I'm using. I should go to another hospital. So I went to another hospital. The doctor he did an ultrasound scan for me, and the doctor revealed something that was shocking that the other doctors couldn't see. I don't know, maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe these doctors, they are some are experts in the
a general practitioner and gynecologist.
I don't understand. So the doctor told me that I'm having a condition that is called partial placenta previa. That the placenta is not where it's supposed to be. That it was close to the mouth of the womb. That though in situations like that, during as the pregnancy is advancing, the placenta will be shifting. It will be shifting up. It will be moving away from that side to that the pregnancy will continue. But I should know that I will have to go through a cesarean session to have the baby. I said there's no problem. So he kept me he admitted me in the hospital. He said I'll be there till the bleeding stops. So I think the 2nd or the 3rd day, the bleeding kept on coming. He now had to do another. He said, he now asked me a question. He said, did you fall down during the course of this? I said, I never fell down. He said, because another set of blood is gathering up again to come out, that he doesn't even understand what is going on, that we can't continue like this. He took my blood sample for a checkup to see if I still have enough blood when I came in. So that was when he gave me hope that I should go and rest, that when the bleeding stops, that the pregnancy can still continue, even with the level of blood I'm having in my body, that I can still progress with the pregnancy. But when the 3rd day, the bleeding, a fresh one is coming out again. I said, madam, we can't continue with this pregnancy. We have to save your life. Because if the bleeding continues like this,
you might not be able to.
That we have to save your life. You will have another baby. So the pregnancy was already 20 weeks. 20 weeks, that's 5 months. So he had to induce me so that I will have the baby.
He had to induce you?
Yes, he induced me so that I will have the baby. So he induced me, and I gave birth to the baby like I was going to deliver a
normal
normal
baby.
baby. So I gave birth to the baby. The baby was a baby boy. So they gave the baby to my husband. He was crying. He said, he never bargained this, that he never thought he was going to experience something like this, having to go and bury his own baby. That this is too much. So we went back home and we kept on. He gave me some medications so that my body will come back to normal. So we're praying to God that God will do another one. So it took me another 2 years before I
After
could
that,
conceive. Yes.
can I ask you a question? Between that time and the other 2 years, medically, was there anything that the doctors, and I also want to point out, did the doctor ever say anything about the chickenpox relation? No?
No.
Okay. Medically, within that 2 years, did they say anything was wrong?
No.
So how did you keep hope alive from that time to 2 years? Because, it's a different thing when you've not had a baby before, and now you've had a baby, and then now you had another one. So how did you?
It was a very tough period for me. It was very, very tough. But all I could do then was to keep on praying and keep on having faith in God, that God will settle me. God will do it. So I kept on praying, and I kept on taking medications recommended by my doctor so that it will speed up my
Hormones,
conception.
yes.
So he gave me some medications, and after 2 years, yes, I conceived. I conceived again. But the funniest part of it was that I lost the pregnancy at 6 weeks. I lost it again at 6 weeks.
The second one?
Yes. I was confirmed pregnant, let's say this week, and the following week, I lost the pregnancy.
What happened?
No explanation. Just came like that. So I went back to the doctor. He gave me medications to conceive again.
Okay.
So I took the medications. After 6 months, I conceived again. So I conceived twice that year.
Okay.
I lost it again at 6 weeks.
Okay, can I say something? I know the days are long and it would be very emotional, because I can only imagine. What is it like for your husband? Because when these things happen, we tend to sit women down in here and ask questions about how they feel, forgetting the fact that it actually takes two people to make a baby. How does your husband feel about it?
It wasn't easy for him also. It was not easy for him, but he had to be strong for me.
Yeah.
So as to make me strong, he has to be strong for me. And the worst part of it is that we didn't have anybody around. We didn't have any family member around. He was the only one that had to take care of me.
After all of this,
yes,
because it's almost like having a child.
Yes, he was the only one that had to bait me. He had to press my tummy with hot water. He had to go through all that. For all these miscarriages that has been happening, he would take leave.
Wow.
Yes, sometimes a week leave from work to sit down with me, to take care of me, to cook for me. It wasn't easy for him. If we had the baby, it would have been a thing of joy.
Yes.
Every member of the family will come around.
Because now it's almost personal. It's not everything that you open up and discuss. This is what is going on. Because some people might not even know that you were pregnant. You're like, okay, let's keep it, and this happens.
It wasn't easy for him also. He had to take leave from work to come and sit down at home to nurse me, to take care of me, to do all sorts of things. It wasn't easy.
I just want to say, I don't know your husband, but sir, God bless you. I know that we might be, that's what you're meant to do, but no, it's because I was going to ask you, like, what's your support system like? Some people like, oh, my mommy is around, but when you find like a partner,
he's the only one.
God bless your husband.
Yes, amen. He's the only one that has been around taking care of me, and he's doing his best, and I appreciate God for that.
I appreciate God on your behalf too. It's not easy to find that's like a very rare person there.
Yes,
Now, with regards to miscarriages, I realize that we often there's the vaginal bleeding, which is the core symptom. When women see that, they just automatically think, oh, something has happened. But this is almost like a personal question. Do you sort of feel like a detachment before these things happen, or you just wake up and the worst has happened?
sometimes I used to feel that the pregnancy symptoms will just disappear.
Mm.
Yes, maybe when you are pregnant,
Mm.
there's a way
Your body feels.
your breast will feel full.
Yes.
There's a way you feel,
Yeah.
so it will just stop suddenly.
Mm.
So the last one I had, which was in the year 2022. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it yet? No, year 2020. Yes, I never knew I was going to lose that baby. I never knew I was going to lose that pregnancy.
What 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 what
Now,
what miscarriage was that? Like the third one?
yeah, yes, that should be the third one. Was it the third one or the fourth one?
What?
Yes.
Sorry,
So
can I? Sorry to cut. I'm so sorry to cut you short. Till date, how many miscarriages have you?
5.
I'm very sorry about that. I am.
Five miscarriages. So that's one that happened in the year 2020. The pregnancy was already 16 weeks. That's 4 months, 4 months old pregnancy. I never knew I was going to lose that baby because there was no indication.
Everything was fine.
Everything was going on perfectly. The only thing that happened was I went out to get some things for my daughter. The place is very far away from the house anyway. So
Okay.
I was feeling pressed.
All right.
So, and it was a public place. There was nowhere for me to ease
Use the
myself, but
toilet.
I managed to get somewhere to ease myself. I just discovered that I was having a lower abdominal pain. I've never had that. Even for all the pregnancy losses I've had, I've never had that pain before. It will just happen like I'm just on my period and it will just be like that. Those ones were 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So this particular one, I was just feeling the pain in my lower abdomen. I thought maybe it was because of the delay in pain. Maybe that was what caused it. So when I got home, I just discovered I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. If I drink water, I will be having excruciating pains. I couldn't do anything again. So I went for an ultrasound scan to check the baby. It told me the baby is fine. So I thought, okay, maybe the pain I will be relieved. So the second day, the pain continued. So I said, let me go to the hospital to complain to my doctor since the pain is not stopping and I'm not even bleeding. So I was feeling okay. I was not bleeding. So when I was going to the hospital, because I will have to get to a bus stop before taking another cab to my hospital. It's not really close to the house. So when I got to the bus stop, as I was just stepping out of the bus, I just started bleeding, heavy bleeding. Water and blood was just coming out from my body.
At the bus stop?
At the bus stop. The only thing that saved me that day, that saved me from embarrassment was that was the day COVID-19 lockdown started.
So it was less people everywhere.
Yes, people were not around. It was only one shop that was open. I was crying. I was crying bitterly. I said, what is this? Even if it's going to happen, why can't it happen in the house where I will get help? Everywhere, there's no one to call. My husband is not even around. He has gone to work. Who am I going to call? Who's going to rescue me? But there's one shop there. There's one fashion designing shop there. The lady is selling materials. So I said, just please give me a 2-yard material for me to just clean up my body because the blood was just flowing from my body. So something just came to my mind. I should call my doctor to come and pick me up. So I called him and he came to pick me up and he took me to the clinic. So when he ran the ultrasound scan for me, he said, this baby has already come out from the womb. I said, just yesterday.
Like from yesterday to today,
Till today. And even yesterday evening, I went for scan and they told me the baby is fine. What's going on? They said, they have to induce me. They have to bring out. I said, no, I'm not going to use this one. Doctor said, look at you are bleeding seriously, and you are that there's not that the baby has already come out from the womb. That even the fluid that is supposed to keep the baby
Protect the
intact,
baby is out.
everything is out. So there's nothing they can do to save the baby. Wow. That they just have to bring it out. So that was, in fact, that was that was the most terrible time in my life. In fact, I wanted to lose my sanity. I wasn't, what will I tell my husband? How am I going to explain to him? Nothing was wrong with me when he was leaving. I was fine. Yesterday I was fine. Nothing was wrong. So what's going on? What's happening? So that was how it happened. So when it's about to happen like that, it's not all the time that
you feel a detachment.
Yes.
Sometimes it just happens
suddenly. Because that one was a sudden sudden event, sudden occurrence.
I know. I just want to say that I really commend you. It's weird for me to say for being a strong woman, because there's really nobody that wants to be strong for this type of occurrence or situation. But I want to tell you that I really commend you. And do you have any advice to someone currently going through this? Because when we talked and I heard your story, I was very keen on you coming. And the reason I was keen on you coming was because there's always this thing to people not wanting to talk about this side of their motherhood journey. And we're very easy to come and talk about it when we have our testimonies. And sometimes life is not always like that. This is how we support each other. This is how we hold each other's hands. And this is how we learn from each other. I just want you to hold another woman's hand that is going through something similar. Just speak a word to her. She's listening.
Now, what I've learned and I'm thanking God for going through all this series of miscarriages I've gone through is it has built strength in me, and it has helped me to face some challenges in life that ordinarily I wouldn't have been able to face. Yes.
I understand.
People used to see me as a bold person, as a confident person. It's as a result of everything I've passed through. Now there's nothing you can bring to me that will surprise me. You can't catch me by a surprise. You can't. There's nothing like a surprise to me, because what is a surprise? That what are you going to call a surprise?
You now?
Yes, that has not happened. That has not happened to me. What will you call a surprise? The one I just told you now is it not a surprise? A moment they were telling you your baby is fine, and the next moment the baby is out. So it gave me strength. It made me to be strong. So I want to advise every woman passing through this. I want you to accept it like as a phase that is going to fade out.
Absolutely.
That's my own belief. I believe it's a phase and it will fade out one day. It will fade out. And just build. I used to tell people that whatever happens to you, don't pretend like this thing is not happening, this thing is too much, this thing is that. Just accept that, okay, it has come.
Yeah.
Build strength from it. Learn from it. I've learned so many things from what has happened to me in the past. If it has not happened to me, I won't be here today.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it's because someone is passing through it that maybe there was a time I contemplated suicide. Yes. In this journey, there was a time I contemplated suicide. I wanted to commit suicide. That's what was just telling me, you want to die with this pregnancy. Look at the way you are bleeding. You are bleeding like this. When you now want to give birth, how are you going to survive? You better end it all. I had to call my brother. I said, this and this is what is happening to me. Because I won't want a situation whereby after dying, they will now accuse my husband that maybe he did something to me.
Because that's the way people are.
So I have to tell. That was what took that thought away from me. He told me, he said, women used to pass through that. He's a medical doctor, he's a family practice, is a medical doctor that is practicing in the US. He said women used to pass through it, that you will overcome it. Don't stress yourself. Forget about it. It will be over. So that was how I just took it off my mind.
Okay.
So if it had not happened, I don't know, maybe there is one woman somewhere now that is contemplating suicide, or thinking, yes, or thinking something that is trying to take a rash decision that God wants me to talk to. I don't know, maybe that's the reason why I passed through it. So I want every woman passing through this situation to know that it is a phase. It will surely pass away. We didn't know the case of Sarah now. We just knew that the Bible told us that she was not able to give her to her child until she became 90. Yes. We didn't know the case of Elizabeth. We didn't know what happened to them. We didn't know, maybe they were having miscarriages. Maybe that's the reason why they couldn't have their children at the time they were supposed to have. So we didn't know, maybe it was a case of miscarriage. We didn't know. There are so many women also in the Bible that pass through all these things. So I want everyone that is passing through this situation to see it as a phase that will soon fade away. There's a saying that goes like this, that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So just hold on to God, hold on to your faith, believe it will pass away. It will surely pass away. It won't last for long. So that is my advice.
Thank you for that. Yes. So in the midst of all of this, I just want to ask you, what do you do for self-care? What do you do to unwind? What do you do to relax? It's a lot. It's emotionally draining. What do you do for yourself?
To take care of myself.
Yeah. That is personal to you. That is outside of school, politics, everything, just your own thing.
What I do is, I don't know if this is going to be acceptable.
There's nothing that is not acceptable.
Let me say it.
Please do.
I communicate with the Holy Spirit. Yes, that's what I do.
Just pray.
Yes, I play music, gospel music, soul lifting music.
Okay, lovely.
So that's what I do. I play soul lifting music, and I read books.
Oh, that is nice.
Yes,
that's very relaxing. Why did you say it wouldn't be acceptable? Music, books, relaxation. It just sounds like the perfect self-care.
Yes, I enjoy reading books. I read a lot. And also what I do is I try to learn more skills. I go online, I search for courses to study, to just refresh,
self-development.
Yes, to develop myself, because I don't want anything that will keep me in one spot. I don't want any life situation that will keep me in one spot. I want to continue to move forward. So I develop myself a lot. If I say that I have an interest in a particular field that is not even teaching, I go online, I study.
Wow.
Yes, I take courses online.
Okay.
So
see,
I read books.
That's nice. I really like it. Every day, whenever I talk to moms and I ask the self-care question, it's very insightful and eye-opening to me, because we get different women like to do different things. And see, she likes to read, she likes to pray, she likes to listen to music, and most especially, she likes to self-develop. Like, that is just like a wow self-care. So you people, you have it. It's not every time spa day. Self-development, read, music, and that's it. Now, I really wanted to ask you about, because I know this phase of life is very draining and exhausting. I would love to ask you about what you do to calm yourself down. And do you feel like being around children, being a principal, helps this journey a little easier? Like, do you think it helps you to manage the journey a little easier?
Yes, being around children has helped me so much.
God bless.
Yes, it has helped me so much. Makes me happy. I love doing it. I love children. I love to be around them. I play with them like I'm their mates. Yes. When I'm around in the school, when they see me, they will shout, they will jump up. They love me so much, and I love them. I love being around children. It has helped me so much. When we are on holidays, I used to miss all my pupils. So I love them so much, and it has helped me to build strength. And you know, when you are with children, you are busy.
Yes. Yes, very.
Uh-huh.
They will
As
occupy
you are
you with,
chasing this
you're
one will be
telling someone
auntie,
to stop.
auntie. Uh-huh. So
Oh,
it has always kept me busy. So when you are busy, you forget about
a lot of things.
a lot of things.
Yeah,
So it has really helped me.
that is nice. That
It
is
has
lovely.
really helped me.
I really appreciate you, and I just want you to quickly plug in your school, because
Okay.
sometimes school is not just about academic. It's also nice to have somebody that you know that is emotionally attached to your children. Please plug in your school for our audience.
So my school, the name of my school is Zion Model School. It's in Ikpokia local governments of Ogun State. Agoshasha to be precise. That's
Okay,
where the school is. So there we nurture children, we take care of them with the fear of God. And with my team, we are always there for all our children because they are our children. I don't call them my puppies, I call them my children. So we take good care of them. We nurture them with the word of God and we take care of them like they are ours.
that's nice.
So
Thank you.
that is
Thank you
it.
very much. I
Yes.
told you people I was going to take the back seat today, and that's what I have done today. You have listened to her motherhood story, and I really hope it reaches out to another woman out there that is going through this. And I just want to say this, dear God, next year we really want to celebrate our own rainbow baby, our first rainbow baby
Amen.
on TMMS, and from our mouth to your ears. Till we come your way, another episode. It's me, Tolu, the Millennial Mom. Continue to live in light. Bye.